started.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to PASE, which is Product and System Education.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to get my. Oh, sorry, I forgot my I was muted. Sorry about that. Go ahead, guys.
So welcome to PASE, Product and System Education. We have an exciting lineup for you. Today, the first up for the day is going to be Miss Carol, the indomitable Miss Carol, doing excess. So please, welcome to the stage, Miss Carol.
Carefree.
You know what? You're cheering. Oh, sorry, it's very first. Awesome.
Sorry, y'all. Everybody's on TV.
Hi. Okay, we're Carol Anthony Cox, sponsored by
You
Tanya.
stay
Me.
still.
Oh.
I will
Okay, sponsored by Tanya in Miami, to Celine in Tallahassee, to Kenneth Drain, Andrea Gonzalez here in Atlanta, up to Compton and Naughty Prasad here in Stockbridge. Then it goes to Shauna and Sanjeev Sahai. Okay, let me tell y'all. I'm going to be doing excess. And I have to tell y'all. This is the picture that we have in the catalog. I don't have the surfing part, but I have the excess, so I'm going to do this part. Okay? Just letting y'all know. Just to make it funny. Just to make it funny, Andrea is surfing, y'all. Without the water. Okay, so we have like 15, is it 15 now? Different excess drinks. We have some that taste like Fanta orange, which is bad for you. Our drinks are better for you. Got lemon. Then we also have the tropical blast, which is a really, really good flavor. We also have the one that's root beer. It says root beer. It don't taste like the bad root beer. It tastes good. These are all natural, no sugar, no carbs. But the flavor of them, you can't explain it. You just have to pop the top beside somebody and let them hear that noise and say, oh, what's that? Actually, I did it yesterday. And this lady was looking for a Monster in the Chevron down the street. And I said, excuse me, I don't mean to be in your business, but what kind of drink are you looking for? And she said, an excess. I don't know. And she said it was a Monster with a black lid on it. And I was like, really? She said, it's about this big. It costs like $4. I was like, lady, let me tell you something. I got something so much better. Follow me to my truck. It's called the Black Panther. That's what I call my truck. So she followed me, and I was like, oh gosh, she's really following me. So I opened the truck and I gave it to her. She was like, is it cold? I said, girl, I live, breathe, and have my cooler on ice all the time. I have plenty of excess for you. So she got the lemon, and she also got the cranberry grape. Y'all, when she popped the top, she looked at the back and she was like this. Amway's still around. I was like, absolutely. Absolutely. They're not going anywhere. And she seen the B12 was like 4,900%, and she got so excited. Anyway, I'm doing a expo next Saturday in McDonough. She lives right around the corner from the place that I'm going to do the expo. She's going to be there with 6 of her friends. Awesome. I'm excited. And I told her, if she buys this, which is the blast, if she buys one of these, I will give her the grown-up drinks.
Recipe.
Recipe. But if she don't buy this, she won't get the taste. I told her just like that, and she bust out laughing. She couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny. Okay, back to the excess. Okay, you know they come 12 in a box. We all know we have our numbers here. Then it's also, and we also have the BV on it is $23.52. The PV on them is $7.92. And then for a price of 12 in a box is $27.60 retail. Our cost is only $23.52. But okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. This is your product. You sell them for what you want to sell them for. Like if you got a case of them in your car, say give me $28, give me $30. That's what I do. So that's how I sell them. But we have it in the book. If they be like, well, how much is it? You want to show them the book? That's fine. That's on you. Then we also have, I'm talking fast, I'm sorry. The nice juices, cranberry, pink grapefruit, dragon fruit, the guava, pineapple, mango. We also have the caffeine-free ones. Okay, y'all, I'm not claiming nothing, but the doctor I have was diagnosed with diabetes. Okay, so when I asked my doctor, can I drink these? He said, make sure you drink the caffeine-free ones, which have the yellow label on them. Some people, like the older people, they can't drink a lot of caffeine too, so I'm glad we got caffeine-free. And, you know, I always tell them to check with their doctor before they drink it anyway. It's good. Oh, and then, I'm not trying to get all gross or anything, but, you know, we have the strawberry burn, which is the different, the burn. We don't have the lemonade no more. I forgot. Melonade. We don't have that one no more, but we still have the strawberry, which is the burn one. This is the one that helps you lose weight. You drink it early in the morning, you'll feel the difference. You know, I don't want to say it out loud, but you'll go. You know what I mean? Before you start your day, you'll go with that drink. And then, okay, what else we got? Oh, the variety cake. This is what we have right here. The variety cake is on this side, where you get all the flavors: the black cherry cola, cherry blast,
Root beer.
citrus, root beer, absolutely, cherry, yeah, wild berry blast. We have so many great flavors. It's ridiculous, but it's so yummy. And they're so not going to put you in the hospital. I used to work at a warehouse. I know I'm just rambling, but I'm sorry. I have to tell you the story. I worked at a warehouse where they drank 2 Red Bulls, and then the girl did a cup of coffee. I swear the coffee was like this big, and she passed out. Ooh. You want to know why? Because the Red Bull is not good for you. You were working 12-hour shifts at the time. I was working in a warehouse. It was hot. There's no air. The girl passed out. We had to call the emergency room. Ambulance picked her up, and you know what they said? Her heart was going too fast. Her heartbeat, it was going too fast. Too much caffeine, exactly. She passed out. And this wasn't no little girl. Blue, we heard her hit the ground. Yeah, it was ridiculous. So I'm just telling people, y'all need to find something else to drink, something that's healthier, and something that just because it's Red Bull, you can make drink. You know, they be saying they can do their liquor drinks or whatever. Grown folks talking now. You can make your liquor drinks with this, and it's good for you. I'm just saying. They don't have to have that bad stuff. Okay, then let me tell you about the bigger sizes. These are the 12-ounce sizes. How do you say it? This is Kenneth's favorite excess. How do you say it? The Naranja.
Naranja.
Naranja. It tastes like the a better tasting Fanta drink. It has much flavor. This one does, the orange one. And then the one that's next to it is called the Summit Blast. This one tastes better than the Mountain Dew. And can I tell y'all something else too? Mountain Dew puts you in the hospital too. With all that sugar, yes, it does. This one don't have, no. This one is not a lot. And the 12-ounce cans are $40.20. And the PV on it is $10.32. So on here is $50. $10.42. And the BV is $30.72. Cost is only $30.72. These cans too, so it's amazing. We have seen this. You don't talk about it. Like I said, I was in that store talking. That lady was asking the lady at the counter where the Monster drink was, and I intervened. I mean, I didn't mean to. Well, I did, but I didn't want to, but I got her. So, you know. Just saying. Sorry. That's it. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna bring up a video.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
We're sharing a video, guys. It's It's a YouTube video.
And the third, I'm ready. Perfect.
Right now, could you use some excess energy? Did you know it's the B vitamins that help unlock the energy in your food? And excess is loaded with vitamin B12. Most energy drinks have less than 12 micrograms of vitamin B12. But get this, excess has 294 micrograms. So if you want energy drinks for energy, excess wins. But you don't want energy from sugar because of the calories and the sugar crash. So on average, how much sugar do you think there is in a can of one of the leading energy drinks? Try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's over 6 teaspoons of sugar. That's 30 grams. Would you ever put that much sugar on your cereal? So you're wondering how much sugar there is in a can of and excess isn't just for fitness freaks or daredevils. It's for anybody who wants great tasting energy.
I have 40 plus papers to grade. It's time for a little excess energy.
This is for hours. Yeah. I need some energy.
This is why I need excess energy.
And when it comes to taste, there's no contest, no competition.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Wow. Wow. That's good. I actually like it a lot more than.
Wow, I like it a lot compared to it.
I need some more. It's all gone.
Oh, Lord.
So when you get right down to it, there are only 2 reasons to have an energy drink: taste and energy. And excess wins on both. There's no sugar, no carbs, no way. So why pay anything? Sugar, carbs, and a total lack of flavors when you can have 11 fabulous flavors of excess energy at only $2.60 a can. Available exclusively through an Amway independent business owner.
What? The goal is not there your way to
Time to go to the stream.
Okay.
Hi again. Well, thank you, Ms. Carol, for a really great presentation. Thank you for those selling tips. That's really, really important because you can have a million products. If you don't move them, then it's like you have none. So well done again. Streaming, are we having Rod or are we having Big? I see Rod is on the line.
Rod.
So what we're gonna welcome Rod to the stage to do streaming. Thank you, Rod.
We're not hearing you, Rod.
Rod the silent.
Volume. He is using the Apple.
Okay. One sec. Okay, we good to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, Rodney Wilson here. Proud to be presenting Spearmint today. Upline Celie Wilson, up to Kenneth Drake and Andre Gonzalez, out of Hampton, Georgia, up to Kamta and Nadi Prasad out of Stockbridge, Georgia, up to Diamond, Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai, and of course up to Gala Galaxy and up to Bill and Peggy Britt. So today, like I said, I have the esteemed pleasure to present on streaming. So first of all, what is the streaming program? We go to these phenomenal conferences within our business or seminars within our business, and we get knowledge from speakers that have made it to, or achieve certain levels of success in the business. And what streaming has allowed the system to do is record some of those talks so that we can get educated on, some of the things in the business, whether it be mechanics, whether it be motivation, or whatever you need, you can get it in the form of a talk, right? So that's what is streaming. So we have a streaming program that actually gives us one talk per week, and it comes directly to your mobile device, or you can do it online. So it's a really, really good program. So if you're not on it, I highly recommend that you do get on the streaming program. It has helped me tremendously in growing this business, right? So another reason why do we stream, right? Like I said, it helped me grow in business. It also helped me grow personally, spiritually, and it's increasing every aspect of my life, right? So the best thing about the streaming for me is that I get the training from others that have done it, even when I'm not around my mentors, you know. And the other good thing about streaming is that our mentors would tell us something, and then somebody else on the stream would say that again. So it's kind of like reinforcing the information, so that you're constantly being educated in your business. So the way we do streaming, well, I do streaming is I do about one a day. You know, right now I'm averaging about two a day, right? Because they're so good, and I just kind of put them on in the car, walking in between classes, or you know, whenever I get some free time. It's a quick 30 minutes to 40 minutes per stream, you know, and you just play at your leisure and just make it happen. So a stream I want to promote today, what I've been listening to is it's Ganesh Shenoy, man. This guy is a double diamond in the business. And the reason I connect him so well is because he started out as a student doing engineering degree, kind of the same here, right? So the stream I'm gonna talk about, well, I'm gonna play a little bit of today is BWW1797. That's BWW1797 from Ganesh Shenoy. It's a two-part stream. He's on both streams. The first one is Seize the Opportunity. I'm gonna play a little clip from that. And the other one is In the Zone. So once again, BWW1797, Seize the Opportunity, and In the Zone from Ganesh Shenoy. All right, give me 1 sec and I'll get this clip loaded. I think it starts at 6 minutes. All right, so yes, here's a little clip.
Around you. I hope you don't have too many walls built around you, because those are the walls which are going to stop you from succeeding. It's not the prospect who gives negative and the IBO quits. It's a prospect which gave negative and the IBO which gave permission to have that prospect put in that negative in the mind, and then the IBO himself made himself quit. It's never the prospect. So don't blame on somebody else for you quitting or fading away or doing whatever you have to do in the business. It's finally the buck stops at you. Never waste time trying to explain who you are to people who are committed to misunderstand you.
I'm gonna stop that right there.
Solid.
I'm gonna stop right there. You gotta get on streaming to get that one. That's an exclusive one, all right?
Oh my God.
So he was pretty much talking about, you know, not getting distracted, not letting, you know, outside negative get to you, not letting the prospect make the decision for you to build the business as well. And not to focus on people that ain't gonna do it anyway, right? Just kind of keep moving on. So I was listening to that earlier today, and I just wanted to present that. Hopefully everybody goes on there, gets that stream. It was released on streaming, so if you were already on the program, you should have it. But if you're not on the program yet, then I definitely highly recommend it. So I think I'm out of time, but that's it for streaming. So get on the program. It's an awesome, awesome program. So get with your coach about it. All right.
You see there?
It's right on there.
You see it on the side?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. What a most excellent choice of stream for today. That is so insightful. It is so encouraging. Thank you, Rod, for a great presentation. As always, you're on spot, just what we all need, just on time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Next up, we have out of Virginia, Jonathan the Man.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Pleasure doing Book of the Month today. Like Andrea said, my name is Jonathan Smith, proudly sponsored by Celia Wilson, out here in Manassas/Bull Run, Virginia. From Celia to Kenneth Drain and Andrea Gonzalez, to Compton United Prasad, to Sandy Shauna Sahai. So today, as Rod did the one half of our awesome mentorship / excellent program that we have with BWW with streaming, I have the honor to do Book of the Month. So what is Book of the Month, or why do we do Book of the Month? So Book of the Month is here for us to read and get our mindset not restructured towards our business, but also in life too. So a lot of people I know some people ask me, why do we read certain books? Why don't we just read our own books? You know, since it's our business, this and that. Well, the great thing with BWW is the mock council and all of our awesome leaders have put together a certain list of books that's going to best help our business, best help us develop our minds to where we can drive our business even further and even bigger. I know the book I'm reading actually is 3 Things Successful People Do. Now, I know I've been on this book for a while. I've been going back and forth through this book because it's actually given me light to some things I need to work on, some things I'm missing to becoming an even better leader for my team. And actually, this is one of many books. A lot of different books that we have actually has helped me grow as a person. Grow. Tell you the truth, I would probably be at my job now with the FBI if I haven't read half of these books. So one thing that I actually liked from really liked from this book is I'm just gonna give it a little snippet. It says in one of the chapters, it says, "When all else fails, laugh." That's my motto. It's easy to laugh when everything is going great, but it's important to laugh when everything is going wrong. And actually, that's what I do. Actually, everybody asks, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, because if I don't laugh, I'm gonna look like I'm down the dumps. So I laugh it off all the time. But like I said, and then when you read, it's best to read like 15 minutes a day. Sometimes 30. Some people do it for 30, or some people do it by chapters. Whatever floats your boat. Now everybody's not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. Some days I have missed my reading, so I try to make it up as fast as possible. Because the more you don't read, the more your mind will regress back to the state that you originally were. So try to read every day. However it will be 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Try and just read, because the things that you get from your book, that you read, is definitely beneficial to your life and also to your business. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me. And back to the host.
Awesome. Excellent, Jonathan. Excellent. So we got to read every day just to keep ourselves in the right mindset, just to keep ourselves from backsliding into old habits that we are trying to put behind us, so that we can become the best version of ourselves, so that we can be the best leaders we can for the team that we're growing. So excellent, Jonathan. You've interested me enough for me to go read the book too. So hey, yay! So that's really, really good. Read every day. This system of streaming and books is really a mindset system. It is just to keep you in the game, keep you focused on where you want to go and who you want to be over time. So thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Rod. And next, to do the system, we have Tiandre. And Tiandre is going to be doing the invite.
Awesome.
So welcome to the stage, Tiandre.
Yes. Mr. Brown.
Normally she would sing. That's when she brings them up.
We lost you guys. You made your feed. Okay, we got it back.
We still here.
Okay. All right. We see somebody's neck back.
That's DeAndre. He just setting up the board.
Okay.
He's gonna start in a minute.
Do you even see the board?
Yeah.
Lordy. So the good news is my computer.
Yeah, the board, your camera is fully saturated, so we're seeing white.
We're gonna switch it over to the other computer.
Okay. Because, oh, is the computer's camera you're using?
No, it's the we have the Windows hook up to the Mac. So yes.
Okay, because there's a driver that allows you to modify the saturation.
Okay.
Zoom in and all of that stuff. I don't know if you have that driver installed.
Probably not.
Probably not for them. Okay, see you on now. We switch over.
Okay, so we're switching to Silly. We're seeing Superman.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Very good. Excellent.
Okay. Lord of thyself, DeAndre.
It's DeAndre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah, go ahead, DeAndre. Go ahead. We're signing.
It's DeAndre Brown out here, Tallahassee, proudly sponsored by Ayat Muhammad, up to Ali Gadio, up to Beatty Gadio, up to Roger McKenzie, up to Rodney Wilson, Celie Wilson, Kenneth Drake, and Andrea Gonzalez, up to Kanta and Nadia Prasad, and up to our Diamond Sanjeev and Shauna. And today I've been blessed and fortunate to present the system portion of PASE. And some of you may say, what is the system portion of PASE? It's basically the grunt work of the business, the actual work that you put in to create that asset and create that network. And we usually take this time to present one out of the 4 basics. And so basically, what are the 4 basics? This list, contact and invite, SDP, whether it's plan or product, and follow up and getting started correctly. Today, I will be focusing on this step. So let me draw an arrow right here. So today I'm doing contact and invite. So what is invite? Basically, why do you invite? Basically to show the plan or to take that first step between introducing or connecting with a potential partner. This step is very critical because at this step you can weed out a lot of people and also weed out a lot of doubters, naysayers, or people that are just getting ready to waste your time, basically. So how do you invite? You can use a script. The script, I'll get that real quick.
Which one you got? This one?
Yeah. When you're applying, got you. So yeah, this script, mine, I was actually gonna show mine. Mine has a lot of notes. And why I wanted to show this script, this is basically the foundation script. This is the script you use when you start out. And this script has a new IBO dialogue and upline dialogue. And this is basically used when you're starting off, when you're doing phone team. And now the first time I looked at this, I went directly off this. But one thing I know that is you still have to be yourself. You still have to say things. You can't sound like a robot because your family and your friends or the people you're talking to will know that is either somebody has a gun to your head and telling you to talk or you're just really weird. And so definitely make sure you fit this into your personality and make sure it fits you. Make sure you're comfortable saying the words. And because like mine, for example, mine has a lot of notes written on the side and stuff. So there's certain things on here. I didn't change anything. I just written notes on how I want to say this or how I would like to portray this. Right. So and then there's physical contacting. So physical contacting is basically when you're out and about, you basically you want to stretch out a hand and say, hey, how are you doing? Or hey, hello. And that's basically introducing a person. And at that stage, you're not trying to say, hey, listen, I know this business, it's 642, and you can be diamond. It's basically, you're just trying to find out if that person is looking. And just like Sugit said, there's a looker and then there's a non-looker. So we're just looking for the lookers.
Absolutely. Right. Yes.
Okay, so find what works for you. And that's what I was talking about in the script too. So basically, you definitely want to, yes, use this, but make sure it fits you. And if you want to make any changes or anything, make sure you check upline how you can say this different or you can do say that different. Another thing I would say is learn from somebody that has the same personality as you. This is something Kumar mentioned. He said, find somebody in the team that fits your personality and fits your style. For me, that's the whole team.
Aww.
We're all alike. So
yeah,
it's that was pretty easy. But for you, that probably maybe like somebody in your upline or somebody maybe downline. But try to stay away from the crossline stuff. Be confident, be bold. I know when I first started contacting, it was very contacting and inviting. It was very weird because I was just trying to find somebody. Like now, I'm actually like looking for a looker because it's different when you first start out and you're just doing it. But you're pretty soon you're gonna get to the point in your business where you realize what you have and you realize the value of what you have. So now you're not just looking for any joker to say, hey, come do some PV. You're actually looking for somebody to build a partnership with and build a long-term partnership with. Last one is be convicted. Be convicted basically means when you're convicted about what you're doing, you don't like posture flows naturally. So you don't have to say, hey, listen, I can't share any more information with you. Like it's like things like posture that comes out naturally. You don't have to force it on people. You don't have to sound arrogant or bold. So now why I'm gonna move to my next topic, why have phone team? Your phone team is a chance, so you get a chance to sit down, lock in, and take in the next step towards partnership by making that call. Phone team is usually right after PASE, but usually on a weekday you want to try to knock out your calls between say 6 to 9 because that's a good time. People usually get off work at like say 4 or 5. So call them in at 6 or 6 between 9 gives them a good time. That's when their day is winding down per se. So that's a good time to call people. At phone team, you get a chance to hear other people's verbiage that you could also use. And of course, check up line anything new before doing anything new. Last tips. When starting out, it's best to make your first few calls with your upline. Always try to, like I said, trying to do stuff by yourself in this business, I learned that the hard way is not necessarily the right way because you're gonna mess up and then you're gonna realize, hey, I could have avoided that mistake if I would have just, did it my upline's way or asked my uplines for, hey, what do you think about this first before I just went and do it. Right. Remember, you're not selling your recruiting. This is also something Kumar mentioned. He used the analogy between transferring from college. He's talking about athletes, of course, and he is using the analogy of transferring from college to professionals. When you're trying to go to college, colleges are recruiting you, so they're saying, "Hey, come to our school." In the professional, it's a draft, and what a draft is a selection. So a draft. So in order for you to play for that professional team, you have to get selected. It's not like, oh, come play for us. It's a selection. So that's what we do. We select people. We don't recruit people. When dealing with family members or friends, let your upline take charge. Believe you me, you'll save a lot of time and a lot of energy when you let your upline handle your family and friends. Because the thing is about your family and friends is it's good that you know them and they know you. But the bad thing is that you know them and they know you. So try to definitely use your upline when you're doing family and friends. Another thing is just practice. Practice makes perfect. the more you go out there, the more you reach your hand out, the more you say hello to people, the easier it gets over time, and the easier it is. When physical contacting and inviting, be approachable, be presentable. Try to carry yourself in a certain manner. Me, when I contact, I make sure I'm at least, like when I purposely go out and contact, I make sure I'm at least in business casual. Because it makes, like, if I'm talking to a guy in a full suit and I'm in shorts and sneakers, it's just like, what I'm saying, he kind of's not really work. Like if I'm trying to talk to him about a business, he's probably not gonna listen to me for the simple fact that he can see my kneecaps and my socks. So it's just weird. Where am I? Practice so much that it becomes a habit. This is one thing Kenneth told me. He told me he said sometimes, like, even when he goes out, like, he doesn't even try to contact, and he realized he's contacting somebody, and he walked away from the contact and said, "Oh shoot, I just contacted that person." Like, he didn't realize it. So what I'm saying that to say is practice so much and try to make it second nature. There's this acronym called FORM, which is Family, Occupation, Recreation, Message. This is a good guideline to use if you're just starting out. You don't have to use it, but it's a good way to build up a conversation, find out a few things about a person, and like I said, stretching that hand out, taking that first step. Don't prejudge, of course. You never know who may build this business, and you may never know who may not build this business. It doesn't matter if the person is from Yale or jail. Okay, it does. Don't go to jail or contact people. But, that just goes with the point. Don't prejudge. And some BWW tools that could help is you could so as far as books, these are the books that I have read that have helped me. How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. That's a part of the book of the month. If you go on the BWW website, that's one of the books that's under there. And The Art of Communication by Jim Stovall and Ray H. Hull, Hull. Some streams that you can refer to are 4 Basics of Posture by Kumar. That one is BWW 1860. How to Contact and Invite by Bill Hawkins. That's WW 577. And Dropping the Message by Bill Hawkins, BWW 183. And of course, check upline before doing anything new. And it's also good to practice with your upline. Try to run, like, say, hey, can I pretend to contact you and tell me how you feel about my verbiage, my posture? How did I come at, like, how do you feel about my presence? If you were like somebody that didn't know me at all, would you want to sit down with me for, say, a QI or something? So, and that's pretty much it for me. Contact and inviting.
Wow, awesome! Awesome sauce, man.
Outstanding, DeAndre. Outstanding. That was completely outstanding.
What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get the new people that went to conference.
Okay, so that was really, really good. There was absolutely nothing that could be added to that conversation that you just had with us. Thank you for the detail and all the tips that you've given to everybody, whether new or old. Everybody can benefit from the presentation that you just made today. Outstanding. Next, we would like to have all the new people who attended conference just come up and say hi and how they felt about their experience.
We're starting here in Atlanta.
Well, he always want to put me on the spot. Nah, I wanted to say that I really enjoyed FGD, and I really did learn a lot. And it was really exciting. And I took some notes, but I don't know if I could find them. Well, I'm just gonna say what I was gonna say. But Nick and Stephanie, I really enjoyed hearing their story, and it inspired me. Like once I started hearing their story, I was kind of wait. So I get back to George. I'm going to try and fight everybody, like try to show the plan. So me and Kendall, we've been practicing showing the plan, and we've been going over some things. And I just got done listening to a stream called Dropping the Message. He had just said that and how to contact. So I've been dressing a little different. Well, not today.
Yeah,
Today.
you talk about the open meeting when you said how you went out and got the.
Oh yeah. Once I came back, if you did, I had went to Burlington. I bought me some ties. I bought me a vest. I was like, I got to start dressing different because one thing I heard at the FUD, there was like people trust a certain look. So I was like, okay, I need to go get a vest. So I started dressing up, and then people was taking me more serious about the business too when I was going out to it. And since I listened to that screen, I've been telling you, I met a mentor who's financially free. I earned your respect, and now he's showing me how to build assets.
That's awesome.
But yeah, but the whole FUD is so great. I'm trying to get all my friends to go to Memphis so they can be inspired like I was inspired, and keep reading the books too, because I like that book, Go for No. I read that book actually twice. Today. Oh, it's this book, Go for No. And it was just talking about like, one quote I got from it. It was like, fail eagerly while failures avoid failing. So in order to be successful, you have to fail. So like one dude was saying he went through like in order, like they was talking about sales in this video, but in order to make it sales, he had to get through some no's. So, and once he got through all the no's, he was finding yeses and yeses, and when he got no's, he just had to keep moving. So, in order to be successful, you just got to keep moving, keep going. You know, you can't give up after a few no's.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, guys. Hi, everybody. I'm Anya Prasad. I guess you could say I'm considered to be new, but even though I've been to a function before, I'm going to talk like I'm new. So, things that inspired me was definitely Nick and Stephanie, because, you know, when they saw this business, they were only 19 years old, and I'm 18, so, you know, 1 year, I mean, like, I always had like this thing that I was nervous of, like when I got started when I was really young, that nobody would take me seriously, but they just like gave me inspiration, like you just have to take it in your own hands and you have to do it. So when I came home, one thing that they said that you should do is come up with goals, but not just like any goals. It's like daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. So I went in my room and I wrote on my mirror and I wrote all my daily goals. Yeah, my dad, he said he saw it this morning. Anyways, so it's just like make sure that you're specific so that every single night before you go to bed, you can like look. I did on my mirror. You guys can do it on your mirror too. But you can just look and see that if you accomplished everything on your goals for that day, and then weekly, monthly, and yearly, you know, just to be making sure that you're keeping up with your stuff. And you know, all the speakers are just very inspiring. There always are. So, and just like being there and like envisioning myself on the stage and doing everything, and just like it's just really exciting.
Over to
No, we have one more.
we have one more round. Mr. Kippy.
No man. We are skipper.
Thanks, Elaine. I was gonna say my favorite part was tie with you, but I changed my mind. No, well, technically this wasn't my first FED, but I mean, every FED that you go to, it's like you come home and you get this like, you're like motivated. Like Dana Papalardo was saying, like, you know, you can feel motivated, but are you driven? So that really like hit home for me. I was like, you know, everyone could be excited after just coming back from like such an impactful weekend, hearing all these amazing speakers, Nick and Stephanie. I mean, everyone has already said it, but you know, just it really hit home because it's like they're close to our age. They started around the same time we are, and I mean, just to see how far they've gotten and how much they've grown, it really hit home for me. But yeah, so it's like you can always be motivated after something like this, but are you driven to keep
you know, moving and pushing forward. And kind of like what Anya was saying with the daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goals. I think as a family, we're like, we've all came back and we all have our daily goals that, you know, equate to our weekly goals, monthly goals, because it's the little things. It's not big changes. My dad always says that. It's not the big things that we need to change or the little things every day that we need to change. So we started this book program that, you know, I'm really proud of everyone. We're like midway through a book already, and it's like a weekend. So it's just the little things that we're changing to tweak and refine to just get to like the bigger picture, which is obviously Diamond. And it was so true. Like raising my hand this time felt different than any other time because I like pictured myself up there and I pictured my parents up there, and it was amazing. So everyone that was there was really lucky, and you know, it was just like, it was awesome.
Let's go really quickly. The counter, all of this, maybe 5 years ago. And then he's been saying exactly this to us for a long time. So we have an incredible mentor, and that we've been, I think, maybe taking a little for granted.
Over to Tallahassee.
Got you. Yeah, our folks aren't here today, but when they come through, most of them are at work and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, they couldn't come through to PASE. But when they come through, we'll definitely let them give us their rendition as well.
Activity reports for Tallahassee.
All right, sounds good. So we'll also go first. You guys did big things.
Camera.
It's like that.
Want to see today?
Us? Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Alrighty. These guys are being bashful over here.
Oh my goodness.
Got you. So I'll go. You want to go, Rodney? Go ahead. Okay. Go. Yeah. What happened? Right. Hey guys, how you doing? Blessings. Celia Wilson, proudly sponsored by Kenneth Drayton and Andrea Gonzalez. All right, right there out of Hampton, Georgia. Yeah, that's my American accent there. And up to Compton, Nadia Prasad, Sanjeev and Shauna. I'm just very excited about this line of sponsorship. Doing really powerful things this year. Very inspired by, of course, FED. Got a lot of actual mechanics and mindset that that Ganesh talked about that we should be getting, and Siggy talked about that we should be getting at conference. Very excited by that. So when I came back, pretty much on the way back down, kind of already had some contacts and some STP set up for this week already. So Rodney and Campton had some really great notes, and Beatty, right? When you guys talked about the numbers. So we're getting at least three plans a week within our core team members here for Tallahassee. So I'm at 2 right now, racing to get my 3rd one in before the week starts, kind of thing. So, but we get the 3 a week, getting 3 a week. So I'm very excited, and all these are personals for me. And what I've been working with too is I'm kind of going over my list again. A lot of people that I started to contact, and because of a long time in communication, they might have gone out of town. I might have gone out of town. It's sometimes, you sometimes forget them. So now I'm going through all my other contacts and just double checking all the numbers that I had. The good news is, in the process of doing my taxes a while ago, I was able to, when you're doing the taxes, you check to see which STPs you did and where you traveled to get that thing done. And I realized there was a whole bunch of names of people I could even remember. I was like, who is this guy? So good news is, all those old STPs that we did, and I didn't see a follow-up for, I also got that back on my schedule again to just touch base with those people. I know Rodney's an expert at doing that, so that's one of the things that I'm adding to my portfolio for this time around, to make sure that we qualify very, very strong. So again, getting that 3 a week at least, and doubling up just in case for weeks that my things might be a little rough. But that's really excited by that, very excited. All right, I have a few people confirmed already for our Tuesday open. Okay, so yeah, that's about it for me. I don't know what anybody else, yeah? Okay, all right, thanks, yeah.
Good stuff. All right, Rod here. Like Celia said, definitely committed to knocking on our 3 plans a week. Last week I did a couple of plans, both no's, but the same guy, the same day I actually met a guy in the library that was fired up.
Wow.
And I'm meeting with him to do a QI tomorrow.
Wow.
So if you get a no, just keep moving and look for the lookers, right? That's what Sabit said. I actually re-engaged. I reached out to the Bahamas team and got in touch with Roscoe. So he made a commitment as well to relaunch. And so I'm meeting with him tomorrow to go over his list. He has a good US list of about 100. So I'm gonna go through that and just like, per Compton's recommendations, just knock it out, just do it. Compton was like, what? I never had a list of 100 like that. What you doing, Rod? So
just like Compton.
I gotta go over the list and just make it look for the lookers. And last but not least, Compton always recommends promote function to function. So we are already promoting the BBS for next month, November. It's gonna be super, super awesome out in Orlando. And we're gonna have big numbers out there. Absolutely. So the goal I'm shooting for is 30 to that BBS. All right, so 30 to that BBS, we already talked about it. And doing the 3 plans a week, we could actually definitely make that happen. So working towards that. Platinum qualifications is gonna start March 2018. That's a done deal.
Yes, 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 yes. Sorry.
Good stuff.
Yo!
I'm very sponsored by Malik Porter, sponsored by Roger McKenzie, was sponsored by Rodney Wilson, was sponsored by Celia Wilson, all the way up to Kenneth Drayton and Andrea Gonzalez, all the way to our platinums going Emerald, Compton, Niagara Facade, to our Diamonds and Views side. So FED was awesome, it was amazing. The main thing I got from it is like reading is essential. I forgot who said it, but he was like, the difference between me and you is I read 600 books. And I was like, dang, that really hit me. That was many, right? I was saying that really hit me because I'm doing all this, but I'm not changing my mindset by reading those books. So now I'm reading more. My activities. So I was talking to Rodney, and he said, once you make a decision, everything's gonna fall in place. So when we made the decision, we're gonna go platinum. So when I go contacting, actually like on a game, for example, like yesterday at the game, I was with RTC, so with Keandre as well. We was at the football game. And then one of the guys that I contacted a long time ago, probably when I was working with Wells Fargo, a year ago, he came, he was like, hey, he was trying to pull me aside. And he pulled me aside. They're like, man, you still doing that business? I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing that business. He's like, how is it? Is it hard? I like the hardest thing. I mean, it's not really hard, but what you gotta do is stay consistent. So he's like, growing. I was like, yeah, it's growing in a big way. And then he was like, man, I really want to know more about it, man.
Wow.
Like, man, you gotta let me invest or something. Like, I want to know everything. So I showed him the napkin plan. He's like, he's fired up and he wanted to see the plan. So I'm showing him the plan. And then another person, I was in a cab. There was this lady, she was working there. And first I talked to her before. And then the next time I seen her, I was like, you really interested in opening your own business and stuff? And she was like, yeah. So I showed her the napkin plan. And then I told her that I have to speak to my mentors first to see if they're accepting any spots. They have any spots available. And she was like, man, you are a blessing, man. You know, God put you in my life. And she was saying all types of stuff. I was like, no problem. So I'm sure her kind of as well too. And then there was another one. His name was Kerry, I believe. He was Kerry. Yeah, Kerry Houston. So with him, so I seen there was a little kid running around. So I saw a little kid. I was like, that's a cute baby for him. And then so he was a cute baby just running around. And then I seen that baby like almost like that whole day. So when I was going home,
got it right.
Yeah, almost like the whole day. Because every time I go, I see the baby. I'm like, whose baby is this? This running around. So so when I was going home, actually the person who owns that baby, the father of the baby, was right next to me. So I said, hey, cute baby, how old is the baby? And then so I used Compton got in the business. So I used that and I was talking and I was like, okay, I used form first and then he got real comfortable. I was like, so do you have any plans for college for your baby? And he was like, no, I'm actually looking. And then I was like, man, the reason why I asked, and I was like, because my mentor, he actually got a business, and he usually he started his business because he saw when his kids grow up that college tuition is going to rise, and it's going to be harder for him to pay for college, even though he makes 6 figures after taxes. He was like, man, I'm really interested. Man, you got to get my number. So he gave me his number, and I'm showing him the plan as well.
Awesome.
And that's pretty cool.
Get on with your bad self. Oh my God. That's it for here, right here in house. I don't know if anybody else is online. Our dearly beloved Virginia King. And of course, Jonathan Smith.
Yeah, I got a few things. So yeah, so as I was talking to Kenneth during FED about some things I need to re-engage on, he was telling me, okay, let's start off getting your feet wet again. So doing going around talking to 3 people, getting 3 conversations, 2 quality conversations, getting 1 number. So I actually started doing that on Sunday. Sunday I went to the vegan restaurant down in Richmond, and I was talking to a guy. He was eating a vegan cookie, and and no, I'm not vegan. Let's get that straight. Not vegan. But I told him, as I know those cookies are good, my mentor eats them a lot, and he's like, yeah, they're pretty good. So ordered my food. I was like, hey, can I mind if I sit down? Sat down, talked to him a little bit. Found out he was what did he say? He was a telepathic investigator or something along those lines. And I said, it's very cool. He said he's getting his own TV show. He's going to California. Cool. I asked him if he's looking for any opportunities. He's like, not right now, but definitely in the future. So I got his number. We exchanged numbers, and I got my food and left. So definitely, I keep in contact with him. Also got another number when I was riding with Kamta and Kamta, Anya, I think, and Sile, I believe. No, yes, I can't remember. We were going to the Thai place, and contacted the driver. Contacted him a couple days ago. He said he had some things going on. And I said that's fine. We can get together or talk at another time. He said, okay, awesome, I'll call you. So I've been waiting for his call. But I haven't been waiting, quote unquote. Just just looking out for his call. But I'll contact him tonight. I was gonna contact him tonight just to see how he's doing. Make sure everything's fine. And yeah, and also got some customer stuff going on. My auntie wanted to buy some of the foot cream or foot stuff that we used to have, and she saw that it was discontinued. So I'm gonna help her find some other stuff to buy. And then one of my friends on Facebook say he hates a certain soap. So I told him, definitely hit me up. I can help him. So I gave him my site, and he said he's gonna look at it. I was like, okay, cool. Let me know if you looking for anything else. And yeah, so should be expecting some customer volume too. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. I see Jacksonville just joined. Do we have anything from Jacksonville? Shaibu, anything? Virginia? Okay. All right. Well, let's bring up Campton Naja real quick. So we are Kenneth. We're Kenneth Drayton and Andrea Gonzalez, directly and proudly sponsored by Campton Naja Prasad. and so we have daily activity going on. Daniel is blowing up his team. He has quite a formidable team coming on. And like he mentioned, we'll be heading up to the FED in Memphis, And so while Daniel and I, and I'm working with William. William couldn't come today, but he wanted to be here. But anyway, So he's also in the mix too. And while we had our meeting there at Barnes and Noble, when everybody left, before I could pack my stuff up, this guy called Jake came up to me and said, "What you guys? What's happening?"
Right next to us.
Yeah, it was a white guy. Yeah.
I was gonna say that too, but he kept on looking at us like.
Yeah, he came up to me and said, "What's this you doing?" and all of that stuff. And I said, "Well, you know, we're building an asset. We're a team of entrepreneurs and all of that." He says, "Can you tell me more?" I said, "How much time you got?" You know, and we stayed there for an hour and showed the plan. And he's from Alabama, and he's fired up, you know, and he's coming to the open meeting on Tuesday because he's got to drop his wife off at the airport, you know, and he says he wants to come to Memphis, you know, so. He was touching my iPad and all of that. Yeah. He wanted to get the Apple Pencil. I was like, no.
You really watch it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like watching something and I say, why are you watching my
You know, so the point of the matter is what we're doing is we're having a weekly activity, you know, and we're working towards like somebody mentioned BBS and then winter conference, of course. Okay, entrepreneurs always know when the major conferences and seminars are coming up, and you work towards it, and you have your goals written down in terms of how many people you're gonna have there and how many legs and whatnot. So, well, anyway, Carol, did you have anything? Yeah, come on. Huh? Oh, okay. All right, okay. Without any further ado, everybody help me bring up Cantor now to the side.
How's everyone doing this evening?
Camera's tilted. Oh, never mind.
I'll talk first, and my wife will talk after. I gotta be going to the airport. Something that she normally follow. But you know, I haven't seen her just so excited. Like the first time she saw me, she was so excited. Right? Come on, guys, hello. Yeah, there's a story behind that, man. All right. Yeah, she saw me. She was so excited. I haven't seen her so excited. This book here she's been reading, No Limits.
Yeah.
You know, the whole family is excited about it. You know, and the first things you talk about in Mumbai, well, she's going to talk about everyone. But one of the things Kumar was speaking about at the function was being aware. Okay, you know, so I was speaking to Rod on the phone there, and then she said, you know, and you guys just heard something there, right? Have you heard it? You heard it twice.
You know.
You know, right? So I never know that I use these two things, you know, like at the beginning of sentences and at the end of sentences also, you know? Right? So I was talking to Rod, and she said, hey, you use this word, you know. So then I was speaking to Rod a couple of days after, and now I'm aware of it. And I actually counted 10 you knows in the conversation I had with Rod. You know?
Wow, nice.
So, you know, but now the thing about it, even though I am aware of it now, it's not that easy to stop it because it has become so ingrained in my thoughts and thinking and speaking. It's hard to like stop it. So you gotta be aware of it and consciously try to stop saying those things. And I was about to say, you know, right? All right, so I'll be very excited about this book. I know now I just want to talk more about that. But you know, Kenneth and everybody are excited coming back from the function. A lot of activities is happening. These activities didn't just happen like this or the function. This was decision that was made a while ago that it needed a catalyst, and the catalyst was the function, right? Seeing Stephanie and Nick in qualification with all the young people there, got very excited. So that was the catalyst for what is happening. And so all these activities and people coming in your way, to make it happen. And also with the decision that was made, you know, with the 3 plans to show, according to the numbers that we went through, that's also happening. And the decision that Sile and Baidi and Rod and Roderick and Jalisa, Tiandre, Malik, if I forget any name that made a decision, I think it was Aaron and somebody else. I think it's 10 people there in Tallahassee team that decided to show 3 plans a week, which, like we say, that's 30 plans a month, right? No, 3 plans a week.
30 plans a week.
30 plans a week, right?
Which is 120
plans a month. And if only half of that is interested, which is 60, half of that gets, you know, the thing is another 30. And out of 30, you must sign up at least 15 to 20, right? And that's, if it's 15, that's 1,500 points. So between now and March, which is the decision to go into qualification, and I told Rod that's too late also, that they can actually do it in February month. You know, so 1,500 points a month times 4, you know, they have December, January, February, November, 4 months, that's 6,000 plus what we already have. Qualification is done. It's absolutely a done deal. So I know this team is qualifying this physical year. The Kenneth Andrea Drayton's team is qualified platinum come 2018 March. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely proud. Yes, you got it. Absolutely.
Now, also I want to mention something, you know, that may not be aware of it also, but if you're part of the team, yes, Kenneth Drayton team, Kenneth and Andrea team is going to qualify. That's okay. But now you are in a tough position also, because you guys are like leg number 3, right? Leg number 3 and leg number 6 are like bad positions to be in, or also can be good position, you know, because if you start qualification, I mean, we're starting out our emerald qualification, that you cannot break qualification within the next 6 months, right? Then it's not just your platinum ship is broken, it means our emerald ship is broken, right? So that means my wife and I also will make a commitment to make sure that you guys qualify. Okay, so that we're going to go anywhere and work and do what is necessary to make sure that you all make that qualification.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. You got it? All right?
Got it.
So with that, I'm going to pass over to my wife. She has a lot of stuff to talk to that we talked about. Yes, you go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
All right. Okay, well.
No.
Yes,
you do.
Okay. We always tend to.
You know why is this? I have to say this. Then she goes and she starts to talk first. By the time she finished, there's not much left for me to say. You know.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, with our PASE today, we want to thank our fill-in host. She just found out that she was hosting like 2 minutes before the hosting, and she did a phenomenal job. Fireball, Miss Carol, with the
powerhouse.
You can tell Miss Carol is always on excess. She's always excited. But of course, we had the streaming that was done by Ron, an incredible streaming. We had that Kumar talk about, you know, being a slow reader, but how he, in every book that he reads, he gets exactly whatever he needs from that book, because he's not a fast reader, but he gets it when you read that book. That's it. So you remind me a lot of that when you were speaking. So that's awesome. But
just one thing. So just that, I want you guys to know that Agent Jonathan code name is IBO.
Okay, IBO. And then of course we had Tiandre, and I think this is the first time he has done system, right? Yeah. So he did an incredible job.
Yes. Youngin. Yes.
I have to say, Kamsa and I are just so proud of all these young men and women who have, that are part of our team, who have took or embraced the educational system and are growing themselves so incredibly. I mean, if people hear you outside speak,
all of you guys, they would think that you probably, what are these people, like young entrepreneurs that actually are owners of real big business. That's how you guys carry yourself, that's how you speak, that's how you educate yourself, and that's how you are, you carry yourself. And I love what he talked about when you're going out to meet people, you have to dress the part and play the part. So that was incredible. Thank you guys for all you do.
One more thing. No, before, could Rod?
Yes, I'm here.
Could you talk a little bit about what you told me, how it was when you had to do your trial presentation?
Oh,
This is what you said.
Yeah. So in grad school, what we have to do is present thesis perspectives in order to graduate, of course. So this past Friday, I had a presentation of about 40 slides. So it was just a rehearsal. I'm doing the real thing in about a month or so. But all of my professors, they were really, really impressed because of the presentation. They said they know I'll pass with flying colors. So after that, I was talking to Compton. I was like, Compton texted me Compton called me during the presentation. So when I got done, I texted him in the middle. I was like, I'll call you right back as soon as I'm done. So I called Compton when I got out, and I was like, Compton, the presentation was a piece of cake. I was able to knock it out the park. I was doing it with confidence. Everybody loved it, and I just had to tweak a little minor stuff. So I was telling Compton it's because of the system, and because we usually do presentations like this, that I was able to knock it out in school as well. So I was like, it was just like me presenting at PASE. It was like a no-brainer to knock that out. And other students had a lot of challenges, a lot of fumbling words. They were nervous. With me, I was cool, calm, collect, just knocked it out and made it happen. So I called Compton, I said, that's the BWW.
And that's the complete truth. That's complete truth.
And because of that, I made a decision that all new people, all new IBOs, we're gonna schedule them to be hosting, right? Because hosting is easy, and it gives them that force thing to get in the courage and the confidence to speak. So all new, Kenneth, from now on, all new IBOs, once they're new, they're going to be hosted. All right.
Good stuff. We are here to create that platform to, so where you can actually see yourself on that big stage. And this is where it starts. It starts at your PASE. It starts at your open meeting. It starts every night reading that 15, 20 minutes. It starts every day by listening to the streamings, going out there, meeting people, and expanding your business. That is what this business is all about. It's about improving yourself every single day and everything. And since we got back from FPD, I mean, and you heard Divya talk about, we've been on a very rigorous reading program, because in order for you to, to lead a group of 5, you don't need to do a whole lot. But to lead a group of hundreds and thousands of people, you have to be on that wavelength where you can lead them, because you know that much more. And by doing that is that you have to read every single day, read more than your group, listen more than your group if you want to lead a very large team. And that is exactly what we are gearing up for. I know Emerald's a done deal, but we have this FED, our whole entire family. And, it was actually a very, very emotional FED for me, because, my dad was there, you guys know. And, just holding his hand as all the diamonds were being recognized and just lifting his hand there. It was very touching, to be able to do that, because, Compton and I, when we got into this business, we wanted, of course, I wanted my parents, both my parents. When we started this business, all of our parents were, alive. And that's when it hit me that, you don't know how long anyone has, and so we got to get this thing done, and we have to get it done now. And so that's why it was extremely emotional to see Nick and Stephanie started the business at 19, and at age 26, being recognized as diamonds. They just did whatever it took. And I think that's the attitude. And just like Divya said, excitement is good, but you need that dedication. You need that determination on a daily basis, and the discipline to be able to do it and continue to do it every single day. until you achieve your goal. But I know this team definitely, platinum, you guys are way beyond platinum. You speak like emeralds and diamonds. You know, you just have to get the groundwork done so that we can listen to you guys on stage and see you, you know, come tonight being able to raise all of your hands as brand new diamonds. And that was the vision that was casted this weekend. And I know that definitely it's a done deal. You know, we've seen it, and I'm so proud, you know, that my children get to associate with people like you guys. It only helps them to become better people. But thank you guys. I think that's it for PACE. We're done. We're going to go into phone team. So get with your group and start making your phone calls so that you can book your calendar for the week. But good night, everybody.
Buenos noches.
Bye.